been life-saving. I think I may have mentioned this before, but before I started this journey for myself, I was struggling. I was drowning. My head was getting deeper and deeper underwater every day, and I couldn't understand it. I had the perfect husband who is just peaches and cream, and I still love him to death, and we're still best friends. I had the perfect job that paid more money than I'd ever had before, had great benefits, bonuses. It was wonderful. It wasn't horrible. I had a perfect house. I I had good friends. I had good family. I mean, everybody's had some problems through their life, and I've definitely had road bumps like everyone else. But at that point in my life, I should have been, woohoo, I made it. And it wasn't. I wasn't at all. I was very unhappy. I was trying different antidepressants because I would just break down and cry, and I would apologize to my husband. I would say, I don't understand what's wrong with me, and I'm sorry. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And I was desperate. And I I was actually doing a juice fast because I was like, okay, maybe this will do it. This is something crazy. And I met Jessica, and Jessica, she's a registered dietitian, and she's got like her biochemistry degree, and she's one smart cookie. And I thought, okay, here's a gal, met her by accident. Here's a gal who can maybe help me with this juice fast thing. And one thing led to another, and in the process, I realized that it really wasn't about my weight. It really wasn't about my husband, my job, my house. It was about me. It was within me was the problem. For someone who has a huge heart, which I do, and I love people, and I've helped people my whole life. And I've always put them before myself. For someone with a huge heart, I had like this huge hole in it that I wasn't filling it for myself. And I was running on empty. And no amount of pills or juice fasts or job or husband could fill that. Nobody else could do that. It wasn't without myself, it was within. And this journey has showed me that if you're feeling empty and if you're feeling lost and you feel like there's something missing, it's not out there. It's in here. And until you realize that, and until you start looking within, you're going to keep hitting the same roadblocks. I'd lost 80 pounds. I'd, had a house since I was a young age. I'd worked really hard to get to a really good job. I'd worked on family issues. I'd found a good husband, who loved me. And, none of those things were what I was looking for. I was still searching. And until you look in the mirror at yourself and look within, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be a problem. And that's so important. And if that's one thing I could help people understand, it's that, it's kind of learning to grow past this victim mentality. I had slipped into a victim mentality and I didn't even realize it because I've always been a very positive person, and I've always tried to help people, and I've always tried to fix everybody else. But I'd fallen into a victim mentality that, well, if I could just fix this, and if I could just fix that, and my husband would just do this, and everything would be better. And it's not. You have to look within. And I did. And I found that there's a lot more to Brandy than I thought there was. And she can have joy. She does deserve joy. And she can still help people and still love herself. And I hope that you learn that within yourself, that you are worthy. You are this beautiful piece of heaven. And you are love. And no matter what you've ever done or said or thought, you're not unworthy of love. And I love you. I love everybody. I've learned, for someone like myself who's always, just been such a loving person, I've grown to love everybody in a way that I didn't even know was possible by loving myself. And if you told me that even a year ago, I would have thought you were crazy. And it's just amazing to me where I was a year ago or even a month ago. I grow every day. And so, if you find yourself struggling, don't give up. You are worthy. You are beautiful. And if I can do this, there's nothing special about me. You can do this. And you're loved. You are loved. So get out there, make it happen. I tell that to everybody. Don't give up, because when you give up, you're giving up on yourself. And if you realize that all the power lies within you, then it's just a matter of taking that first step and then taking another step. And then when you fall down, getting up, brushing yourself off, take another step. It does get easier. And you might not believe it yet, but it'll happen.